Since May 2004, when Femlink Pacific began operating Fiji and the Pacific's first women-led community radio station, we have been documenting and sharing the stories of women from beyond our Suitcase Radio's 10-kilometer transmission radius. This documentary will highlight our work during January 2014 when we traveled around the country to connect with the women of our 1325 community radio network to hear from its women. Starting with a trip across the Bly Waters to Vanuatu, our team also circled Viti Levu, traveling to rural centers like Rakiraki, Tavua, Ba, Nandi and Nosori to interview 78 rural women leaders. These leaders shared their personal stories and the stories of their communities. Altogether, they spoke for close to 8,000 women like themselves. The stories, experiences, and opinions they shared affirm that their issues, their peace and security should be the bedrock of all development. The following is a documentary compiling the stories these women shared during the production of community radio programs. Women are experts with their wealth of first-hand experience. One such woman is Amrawati of the Lambasa market. While she acknowledges what has changed, she knows much more needs to be done.
What would need to be changed as you are one of the vendors here in the market, or since you are here, since that you are selling here at the Lambasa market for 4 years and 2 months, what has changed?
Just the changes came to our market is only for the building. Before we were selling outside, now we're selling inside the street. But still we need some more changes in our market.
As you say that you still need some more changes in the market, what type of changes that you really want to see in the market?
Just we want the changes is the price for the stall is very high. We can't afford to. Sometimes we don't have enough vegetables so that we can sell and pay our stall fees. The stall fees is really high for us. Yeah.
And since you say that the stall fees is really high, how much do you have to pay every day? Is it every day or weekly or monthly?
We pay every day $4.30. But in some of other markets there is only $1.20 for one stall. But we pay $2.15 for one stall. So I've got 2 stalls, I have to pay $4.30 a day.
Thank you very much. As you've been saying that you really need to change the level of the market here, the high cost of living and also the cost of the table. Why is this change so urgent to you as a market vendor?
If we change this, the price for the income store, because we don't have enough money. When we buy anything, we're not planting. We can buy from the farmers with the middlemen. If the farmers give up one bean for $2 and we are only making 20 cents from it. If we sell for, we're getting 20 cents, we can't afford to pay the stall fees. Sometimes we don't have enough vegetables. If it's rainy season or it's really dry season, we don't have enough vegetables. Sometimes we don't come for market for 2 weeks. If anybody died in our family, we don't come to the market. So we have to still pay the stall fees. They don't make us don't pay the stall fee, we have to pay. Just we have any problems, then we go to market managers. If you go to the market managers, they don't take our issues. Tell us to, just like some of the issues that we're taking to them. They put the farmers in between our vendors. We buy and the farmers, they get their own product. And they put the products in less price, and the products that we buy for 50 cents, the farmers, they sell for 50 cents. Then we can't sell our vegetables in high prices beside them.
Even simply living in a community long enough lends its own knowledge about what's needed. Lithia Wengalithake explains.
For the girls or the women that I represent at the Wilevu housing, which I think it's not safe for young girls who get off from school or institutions they go to, or from the workplace that they have been to, and when they get off at the main road, that is the Andindavilanganilau road, there's always be darkness from there to into Ndawilevu housing. So I think their security for safety is not guaranteed. Something that can always happen along the road, especially as we women and mothers who as our role play that the elimination of violence against women. That's something that can occur on that road in the middle of the night or from 9 onwards when the buses do stop after their day's work. I'd like to change their mindset of those people and stakeholders for those roads and for the safety of the community, especially women in that area. Change their minds to come out and see for themselves what that area is prone to, for girls coming out from their institutions or from their workplace. Before anything that can happen, it's better to do something right now, to have lights on that road.
Something as simple as street lights mustn't be too much of a problem for some, but as Teresia shares, it's the simple things that make a big difference.
Example, when we, especially for myself, I have to catch the bus at 7 o'clock because I got a duty as a detention rep in Catholic Women's Leg. So after mess, every daily mess, I have to catch the 7 o'clock bus. So on my way home, there's no street light. So it always make me frightened, make me not feel secure because there's no street light.
Of course, the women don't just complain for the sake of complaining. Philomena, for one, has been concerned by the erosion of land as well as the conditions of the road around Dilkusha home. With the heavy rains constantly a threat to the very soil the buildings stand on, she knows something needs to be done.
There's a saying says prevention is better than cure. I don't want this to happen when something happened already with the children. We've heard the news that children buried alive in the landslide. I don't want that to happen in Dilkusha because every year I see the landslide. When there's a heavy rain, landslide. It might have a bigger one, you never know. So if the authority could do something about this landslide. I've reported to the authorities, nothing. Maybe when something happened, then they'll do it.
For some, they have taken issues directly, but their cries for attention and calls for action have seemed to have fallen on deaf ears.
Myself, I stayed in Selma for 35 years. Before it was good, when no sewage was had been put in there. We make catch good kai, nice kai, fat kai. But today, all what I get from the river is very thin. So we can get good food from the river due to that sewage. So we need to take that sewage out from that place. So once we put the sewage on that area, as in the cell, I hardly take catch high from there and fish because they are polluted from that sewage.
So what happened when you take like the sea mussels, the kai or the fish? What is it? What's the problem?
We got sickness, we got stomach pain and vomiting. Yeah. We already take the issue. We already checked the kai and all, but they never feedback.
Okay, have you is this issue taken up to the Tikina level or to the Mbosavakoro?
Yes, we already take the issue back to the Tikina, so there's no feedback.
While work has happened for some, the quality of work leaves communities still nervous about their surroundings.
I have seen road maintenance where graders come in to grade our road and clean our drains. It's only that we need them to do it more.
As you've talked about for them to do it more often, why is it important for these changes to happen? How urgent is it?
Because when they don't come, the rains won't wait for them to come and clean our drains. So our roads will still get flooded. But one thing good is that they widen the road. They just need to clean our drains more often because with our feeder roads, when that big drain on the road gets flooded, that gets all blocked up and it goes to the homes.
For me, I think the maintenance should be done as soon as possible, because school is about to open and the traffic will be there, and because where I live there's so many villages inside. They're using the same bridge, and there's only one bridge we have to cross and come to the town.
I think it needs the road should be repaired before the schools opens, and should be dusted, because the children they walk to school and people they walk and it's very dusty sometimes. That's need to be changed.
While many call for development to happen, some see what happens when development goes awry, leaving some communities with environmental damage they cannot escape.
Yes, sir. The sea level. Yes, the sea level. Though Nandi River has been dredged, but due to the development in Danarau, because that's where the water is released. When that place they develop and cut down all the mangroves and build other things, the water stops. It doesn't all go down. So it increases the level of water, even in the river. You know, now in Nandi River you get to some of the fish from the sea. You know, the crabs. Even sometimes high tide you can taste the water, it's salty. Because when it stops there and high tide, it comes back in. And it's dangerous too to the community because of the children. You know, they used to biking in the river. But the level has gone up. Now they don't even know the difference between the high tide and the high tide. You know, the real high tide that we normally have monsoon. It's just different, just same. Yeah, I think that's because of this development they're making, you know, for the environment. When they're cutting down all these trees, especially from the community, the ladies, that's where they get their fish, their crabs and everything from, you know. And the cost of living is high. That's where it helps them a lot. Of course, firstly, they sell the crab. They get money out of it, lots of money. Secondly, they get their food, fresh food. And that's something that they have to pass on to the generation. They are known for the kind of food that's there, you know, like the kuka, the crab, the small malays. And when they do all this development, it's sad. For me, where they're having the casino now, that's where I go and get crab with my aunt. And I fish. And I love fish. But they're moving the development in now, in there. And it's really affecting the process. Everybody is affected. The river is going up, they're spoiling the food, you know, and the income is not enough for wages, you know, it helps with the food to get, you know, buying food instead of just getting from there. So most of the families, you know, they go without meat and drink. But before we just go there and put and get the crops, we don't have to buy them. It's easily eroding, you know, it's kind of unsafe, yeah.
While some circumstances are inescapable, women like Asinatha and those of a community know what they want. They have just been waiting for years to get it.
In fact, of the flooding in our community, it's been sickness to the children, to the oldest too. We have in our population in the village more 60 years and over in the village, and more children too in the village. So we have village social worker or health workers. They don't provide medicine to her, so there is lack of health in our villages. So for the oldest and for the children too. So what we need at present, so that from the Tikino to their son and the district commissioner to the government, so they can do something. Back to 2010, we're still waiting, but nothing could be done. Thank you.
So you've been talking about since 2010. Tell us what are some of the changes that you need to see in your community.
More workshop coming from USP, government team, but no feedback at present. Still the same from 2010 to 2014.
Talk about the change that you want to see in your community. What do you want to see change in your community as you talk about the flooding and those kind of issues?
What change I need is to government should do something in our village so that we can do a proper way of living in our village to stop the flood. Comes up every high tide and including the rainy day.
While flooding may not be a daily occurrence, for Nandi it is frequent enough to garner some attention. Preparedness has been the focus of some communities in Nandi who, while guided by government advice, have organized themselves and their resources to ensure they are not caught out when flooded out.
Security is not only during disasters. Security is there for always. Once there is peace, there is security. And as being the head of this committee, I should see that everyone is secure in our community. For that matter, we are meeting every first Mondays of the month. We get together, we talk, we take other people's views, and then we see if somebody is in need of help, we help them. And just lately, at times we don't feel secure, but we always try and see for others what they need, and for ourselves, we always try to see that everybody is secure. Government is doing quite a lot to see that we are secured. And there's something that we should also try and do, that we should play our part. They have already played their part, but we've got our part to play too. See, in the drainage problem, they say that the floods coming due to the drainage problem. And then who is the one who is doing that? Blockage in the drain. It's the people themselves. They're trying to throw the rubbish there. I think for that matter, we need more consultations in the communities. They've been coming to our communities. They're trying to train the people how to look after the community. In terms of disasters, they have given us the training on disaster risk management. And then we are always prepared for the disasters. They have told us to keep the kit, 72-hour kit, that's a food ration kit. So we buy the groceries, that's not much, it's about $30 to $40. So we have to keep that kit ready. That's always, not only during disasters that we need sort of kit. So we can keep rotating that, nothing will go stale, rice, flour, all those things. But just after disaster, that's the time when we need those things most. So if we have that ready, then we can lead your life from there.
These concerns for the quality of lives of their communities, families, and last on their mind themselves were shared among the women leaders spoken to early this year. At the end of the day, when it comes to whatever decision is made about improving services and the country at large in which they live, women in their diversities want to and need to be involved. Their human security priorities, be it environmental, personal, or health security, reflect not only their needs, but the needs of whole communities.